I remember talking to a class of students from Denmark at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and very, very sort of secular, very pro-choice. They were on a civics class trip, 17, 18-year-olds to Ireland, and they met a bunch of pro-choice politicians, and I was like interning at a pro-life organization at the time, and I ended up being the only pro-lifer to talk to them, and I was like, ah. But I used the equal rights argument.
Oh,
Right,
nice.
so I actually talked to them, and I let it all play out. I let them all kind of. There was a guy messing at the back. They all looked super skeptical, but I just kept asking them and saying, well, "Okay, what is it that we all have in common
Mm-hmm.
that grounds our equality, that makes us equal? If we're equal, there must be something the same about us. And what is it?" And they were like, "Okay, we buy that." And they put their hands up and they had to go at it, and they had, people came up with different things. And eventually, of course, somebody puts up his hand and goes, "Well, because we're human."
Yeah.
And I tell you, they walked out of that class with like faces like this.
Just stoic. Just
Right,
like,
super stoic. And the teachers came up to me and were like, that was probably the best like presentation. And I was like, I'm just an intern, but I just
right.
happened to use the equal rights
That's
argument. I happened to talk about it in an
amazing.
intelligent way. And they wrote to me afterwards, the teachers, saying that people said that even though they didn't agree, the class started out not agreeing with me at all. I don't know how many of them ultimately did end up agreeing with me, if any. But they did say that that was their favorite of the people they met. That was their
That's
favorite
so
interaction
interesting.
because it was going below the surface. It wasn't just confirming people on what they already thought.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, that can work. That kind of way of talking about it can work with like perhaps the least sympathetic audience you could have over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And I've had the same things repeated in other environments.
Hmm.
And so it was like, okay,
That's so cool.
can we turn this into something? Can we make an organization in Ireland that tries to use this approach,
Yeah.
that tries to both spread this approach and use it directly, both
Yeah.
creating those things that we can send to our pro-choice friends and people like them,
Right.
and also to share to other pro-lifers, to say, okay, here's a way of talking about this that works.
Yeah.